The writing is on the wall. Hello everyone, it's Nicky Case here. This week I entirely rehauled the social media-esque cutscene engine for Nothing to Hide. So you can see it's still got the parallax, but the main change is that instead of running on a web page like it was originally, now it's canvas. So it looks more or less the same, but there are three important differences. One, it's actually, not laggy. It's actually running at 60 frames per second. And two, it's far easier to edit and modify this, which one, makes my job easier, but also two, really opens up opportunities for modding and custom stories. So that's really cool. But the thing I'm really most excited about is special effects that were not possible before. This is not possible inside a web page. Also, don't worry, it was running at 60 frames per second before. It's just the screen recording software right now, just making it really slow. But yeah, that was not possible in the web page. That's only possible in Canvas. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have that effect in the later The Wall cutscenes as the Nothing to Hide universe falls apart and everything glitches out and everything is in error or something like that. So yeah, as I mentioned before, it's also far easier to mod this. So this is the data for the posts. It's just posts.json. So let me add two posts in the middle, which are just custom posts for something about the mind and something about parallel of the polygons, which was that project I was working on 2 weeks ago. So if I refresh this, scroll back down, there's the glitchy thing, but there's two extra posts in the middle. Yes, the mind and the parable. Now what are the mind and the parable thingies? Well, that's an awesome segue to the other two things I sort of did this week. Here is the mind, or at least, a really simplified model of one. So yeah, this is something I hope can help people learn about learning. So this is a really simplified model of neurons and their connections. So this is in reference to the Pavlov dog experiment. So here's the bell, here's the meat, and here's drooling. In the beginning, the dog associates meat with drooling because, you need to salivate to kind of digest food. So if you were to show the dog the meat, ding, the dog would salivate. So the meat cell fires and it passes down the wire to the drool. So the other rule is one of the most important rules in neurology, or at least, one of the more famous rules, is Hebb's rule, which is cells that fire together wire together. So right now, if I were to hit the bell, it doesn't really do much of anything. But if I were to hit a bell and then show the dog a piece of meat at the same time, cells that fire together wire together. Yes. So if I were to hit the bell now, the dog would automatically associate that with the meat and then automatically start salivating, which was the primary finding of the Pavlov dog experiment, that you just hit the bell and the dog already starts salivating without even seeing the meat. And that's how learning sort of works. It's a super simplified model, but that's where you got to start learning, I guess. So hopefully that could be an interesting playable post in the future about, learning about learning. And speaking of playable posts, here's Parable of the Polygons, that thing that I was working on with Vi 2 weeks ago. Didn't do much this week because Vi's been really busy with virtual reality because Mozilla just published this web VR thing, which is really exciting. And I also finally got a Google Cardboard, which I also call an Oculus Thrift. So the only thing that I did this week, I just want to show this because it's kind of cute and funny, is procedurally generated confetti. Yay! Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, those are the three-ish things that I did this week. And let's just end this on a bang, or should I say a glitch? Yeah. Okay, I can't really just replace words and then that's supposed to be a pun. But the point is, all of this is now in error. Error, and everything is glitching out and going to self-destruction. Yeah. Alright, so that's all for this week. Zeros and ones, Nicky Case.